Hello, hello. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing? It is a beautiful Monday morning here in Boise, Idaho. So, you are on Tony's Witchy Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi. How you doing? So I'm still dealing with a little bit of a cold, so I've got a cough drop in my mouth. And my voice seems a little hoarse. So forgive me if I cough or sneeze. I do have water in here, and I have my toilet paper, and we're good to go. Alright, today I'm going to show off one more somewhat fall themed project. We're going to do some forest gnome fall themed junk journals using the stuff from this kit. Okay? And the reason why I'm doing two is because I split the paper that came in this kit. Excuse me. I split the paper up into two piles so I can make two journals. One journal I'm going to make a cereal box and paper covered cover or junk journal cover. Another one I'm going to use fabric. Okay, just so you guys can see the two different ones that I do and how I do it. And then after I'm done with these journals, we are going to move on to August list. I know that it's not August yet. I understand that. But there's so much that I want to do, and so we're going to jump in. I've been dying to get to my Halloween stuff. I want to pull all my Halloween stuff out and just play around with it. Okay? So I know I did not get around to doing this boho dreamcatcher, which I really do still want to do that. But because there's hardly anything on my October's list, we're going to move this to October. Okay? And then, yeah, we're just going to move to August. Probably by Wednesday, I believe. Because these two junk journals will probably take me 2 days. So Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, we move on. And I know a lot of you out there are Halloween lovers, and so we're going to have fun playing with Halloween stuff this week. Okay, I'm going to start with the paperback. Alright, so I've cut out my cardboard for my cereal. Okay, got my spine, covered it in two-sided sticky tape, and then I'll put glue in between. But for this one, I'm going to cover it in paper. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Alrighty. I'm going to start with this one. And so I might get a little silent here and there just as I'm trying to show you to do this. And you can do this style of junk journal any size. You just got to make sure that you measure your cardboard and your paper. Make sure you have the right size paper for this. Sorry, guys. You know, it's taking me a little longer to get over my cold because I do have a weak immune system. But I have been taking my medicine, drinking my tea, and I do feel like it's starting to get better. Taking my vitamins, drinking lots of water. So I'm doing everything I need to. And we've been spraying and cleaning the house, making sure we're keeping the germs away. Okay. Okay, that part's down. I'm going to put the spine on here. And yes, it's going to hang over just a little, but that's fine because when we put this next piece on, you won't even tell. Won't even tell. Okay, now when I put the spine down, you have to leave just like a little space. Okay. Now when you leave just a little space, that allows the paper to bend around this corner without stretching too much. Because when you end up stretching paper to its full max and there's no give anywhere, it's going to start tearing. And the last thing we want our cover to do is to tear. We don't want that. The other thing I do when I am determining my size of journal is I always make sure that the cover is bigger than the paper inside. See? I'm not sure if you guys can see, there's always a border. Okay? Because you want your papers in there snug, you don't want them sticking out because then that's when they get ruined. Okay? Okay, let's get this on. Actually, let's see if... Yeah, I think we can put it right there. So what is everybody working on? Please let me know. I'm always so excited to see what you guys are doing. Are you guys excited for me to move on to the Halloween stuff? Because I am. I've been seeing other people do it and I'm getting jealous. Okay. Guess we're gonna put that one there. Now, to attach these two, we're going to put some tape and glue right there and just line those up. Okay. 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 Alright, so your cover should look like this. Okay. And now, we're going to take this tool from Dollar Tree and we're just going to score it. And that's what this tool does. Okay, and now we're going to do the edges too. And by scoring this, it allows the paper to bend over the corners better. Okay, so we got that scored. Now we want to cut the corners. So the corners will fold over nice and crisp. Okay, I'll show you. You guys see that? I'm going around to each corner and I'm just cutting this piece out. Because when we fold these over, we don't want all that bulk right there in that corner, okay? We want that gone. Because we don't need it. And then I'm also going to cut tiny little slits right here. Okay. Because there's like this little sliver of paper right here that when we fold these over, we don't need that right there in that crease. So I'm going to cut those out. Alright, got all my corners cut. Still need to do this right here. Okay. I'm clean up my mess here. Alright, you can see what I did was I cut these and cut all the corners. Now we're just going to start folding paper over, score your bone folder. Okay, so now we want to tape or glue these over. You want to do these first and then these, then do the end pieces last, okay? because we want that end piece to look nice and flush. Okay. Hold on, guys. I need a drink of water. Okay. Alright, what I do is I put a piece of tape down on the end of the paper. Okay. Now I'm going to do that all the way around. I only do it on the ends because I put the glue on the inside. The tape kind of holds the paper down while the glue is setting, so I like doing it that way. And I'm only using this the two-sided sticky tape that I got from Dollar Tree. I think it works really good. It hasn't failed me yet. So as long as it works, I'm going to keep using it on everything. Okay. Got the tape down. Now we're just going to pull the backing. Pull the backing off. I think that's the hardest part. Some people use a little pokey tool to get it to come out, but I assume it takes longer, I think. Alright, put some glue down, stick it down, and I hold it just for a few seconds. And voila! That one. Sometimes it doesn't quite work the way I wanted it to, so you gotta hold it down. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the other side. Okay, now we can do the ends. All right. that down. Okay, so can you see that nice crisp corner? Yeah. That's why we cut those little pieces off. And if you have any questions on how or why I do something, don't be afraid to ask. I'm here 24/7 to answer questions. Only because I don't have anything else to do. Okay. Now, you can see if this took hold. Yes. Okay. So there's your cover. Now, we're going to start bending it. And you just do this slowly. You like coach the paper. Yeah. And there you go. You have a start to a junk journal cover. Okay. Now at this point you can cover your inside. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to show you how I do my fabric cover now. Let me make sure we have enough time. Yeah, I think we do. Okay. So you can use any fabric. I had some fabric from Dollar Tree that I used. And I just cut to match my cereal box. Okay. So this fabric cover, you don't have to cut the spine. Okay. You can leave it completely intact. You only have to do that if you're using paper to cover, because the paper has a hard time bending around that corner if it's not pre-cut, okay? And so it puts more stress on that right there. And we don't want that because we don't want the paper to tear. Okay? But with the fabric, you don't have to do that. Fabric is a lot more forgiving. So I just cut my fabric. And I made sure to leave enough space all the way around so we can fold it over. Okay? And I even did some, this fabric was a little too bright for the color palette that I'm going with, so all I did was took a little bit of like a like a bronzy spray and just gave it a light spray, and it toned it down some, so I like that. Now we're just gonna glue this puppy up here, and I just apply it nice and good. I do get my fingers a little messy with this one because once I get the glue on there, I want it evenly coated. So what I do is I just run my fingers across it. Sorry guys, I know it sounds horrible, but Sunday I took a day off and I didn't do any videos, hoping that I would get better by then. But if I don't come in here and craft all like every day, I get really depressed. My crafting is my happy space. I love it. I guess I'm almost obsessed with it. Okay, just gonna make sure. Okay, so I do the front panel first. Kind of do it in sections, okay? Because the type of glue I use kind of dries fast, so I have to do. If your glue doesn't dry as fast as mine, you could probably cover the whole thing and then stick it down. And just be careful because the glue will seep through to the other side. So if you don't want your table ruined, you might want to put some wax paper down. Which I probably should start doing that. I just get so excited. I want to make something, just do it. This poor tabletop, though, has been through hell and back. Which I probably need a new cutting mat. But sometimes I just can't justify spending money on something because I'm so broke. So, but you can tell it's been through hell and back. Okay, so that's on. Now we can go to our next section. And just make sure the glue is evenly coated. Let me do the next side. And I'm very generous with the glue, as you can see. Okay. Alright, so just where did I? Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright. That is taking this. Alright, so you can tell it's on. And you can see that the spray that I sprayed on the fabric is coming through a little nice. I kind of like how that's doing that. Yeah. There's the spine. See how the fabric just curves right over that nice? I love it. Okay, so just like with the paper one, we have to cut these corners off, okay? Because we don't want any unnecessary bulk. Okay, so all I'm doing, hope you can see, I just cut that corner off. So when we fold this, or when we fold that corner over, we're not left with all that fabric we need to try to squeeze in there. Okay. And so I'm going to do that to all the corners. And with these, you only have to make a slit. Just one slit, okay? So when we pull that over, it goes right over the top of that fold that's already in the cardboard. There. Okay, so got all the corners cut. Okay. Okay, just like the first journal cover I did, we're going to do the top and the bottoms, and then we'll do the sides. And that fabric lays over quite nice. The glue just seeps right into the fabric and takes hold. I like that. Let's go. Okay. Look at that nice crisp edge that you're going to get. Okay. And don't worry about the strings from the fabric. They'll be all covered up. And if you don't like glue getting all over your fingers, by spreading it evenly or putting the fabric down like this, you can wear gloves, I guess, or use a paintbrush that you don't mind glue getting in. But I'm a messy crafter. I don't care. I think getting messy is part of the fun. Okay, so I got the top and bottom. Now I'm going to glue down the sides here. We want to go right over the top of that fabric right there. Give that corner some good glue. this. Now, look at that corner. Can you guys see that? See that corner? Nice. Nice and pretty. Okay. Okay. Our cover is on. And so what I do is I just kind of play around with it, make sure it's bending correctly. And you have a junk journal cover. Okay? Alright. I'm not going to do the inside on camera. But I will give you some tips. I measure, so I'll probably put more fabric on the inside just to stick with the theme. But I measure from end to end, and what I do is I make sure that there is at least